Hello, everyone. Let's start, right? Yeah. So yesterday we have discussed about the React.js with the HTML packages, right? And from the HTML we can how we can add the React.js code base and React.js program. So now today's agenda is that we have to create something from that node npm node module, and same thing we have to convert in that as a modular. But uh, before going to deep dive into the step, I have to just clarify from you. It's a npm version. So anybody has any idea what is npm or any kind of things?
Node Package Manager.
Yes, node package manager, and it's I called it's a world's largest software registry. Means it's a node. Those are working in the node software, node packages. So every package is registered through the npm, na. So npm is global structure,
Yeah.
and our any code or anything related to the node that will be installed via the npm. So node package manager, and other is npx. So anybody can tell what is the difference between the npm and npx? Okay. So npx is the node package executor. So by the help of npx, we can execute our code, and npm is overall install the program. And npm, that is, we can say that we- it's a manager, and other is the executor. That is the main difference. With the help of npm, and we have maintained a few steps while installing the React in our local code base or local program or in the program. Okay, and okay, let's start for that, and I will deep dive into step by step. And create all folder. One more thing that starting, and we have to install the node, and this is the official website node.js.org. Okay, and you can see that two kind of the version is there.
Hello, sir.
One
Your
Your
screen is not shared.
screen is
not
not.
there. Okay, okay, okay. 1 minute, sorry. My apologies. Are you able to see my screen? Please confirm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this is the node.js.org in the official website of Node. Okay, so any updated version of Node that is available here. So you can see that 18.12.1 and LTS and 19.0 current. That means it if I use LTS in that version, the current LTS version, so that is long-term support. Means it's a stable. If we compare with the 19, right? So 19, some latest feature has been added. So might be some bugs or any kind of features problem that might be appear in the 19. So they have recommended the LTS. So whenever we can install that, always prefer the LTS version from the Node.js package. Okay. If we click this thing, it's also be available that download for Windows X16. So you can get this. My this is so cool. So Node version, this kind of installer you can appear in your screen, and then you have to go next to next, and yes, then you'll get the Node.js package, and you have to check, right, what is my package in Node.js. So go to the comment from Node. In my case, I have used the 14, and I have also added the npm. That is the version. So I have Node version that is 14.18, and the npm version is 66.14.50. This is my node and npm structure in the version. Now, once you install the node, can you verify from the command prompt that your node is installed or not? That is the verification side, or you can say that node version, you can say, and the npm. And after that, you are going to install the Node.js, React.js through node modules, npm. But it has 3 steps that I am writing over here. First, you can do, one is npm install -g create React app. First, I will perform. G means what? G means I will install globally. This model means npm is a global modules over there, right? Means software registry system over and the npm package manager. So globally, I'll install the package. So G stands for global.
Sorry,
Hello?
Kaushik, sorry to interrupt. So,
Yes,
can
yes, yes.
you physically install that particular node model for a particular project also in a separate directory?
No,
Suppose
it's a boilerplate. Okay, first I have to install the boilerplate. It will create the necessary files and folders in a project. Okay, as a project directory, you will create. We will create
Okay.
manually also, but with the help of node modules, right? I am going to
Mhm.
create the npm install, so it will create necessary files folder in your system. What is required for the Node.js? Sorry, React.js application up and running.
Okay.
This is one step. Otherwise, you can do it manually also. npm init, it will
In
do.
it. Okay. Yeah.
So
So
it will create one package JSON file in your system.
yeah, that's a particular project dependent. It's not. It's actually project dependent, right? So
Yes,
I have.
npm init means if you create with there is 2 steps, right? With that help of npm install package, otherwise we can do the package.json file. So if you add the package.json and then you have add the React dependencies over there, and you can add the versions over there. But it I will show one by one. So if you I will do with that help of these things, and then I will do this thing. Okay. So globally we'll install this thing. So create React app, we cannot change anything. This is the name that is defined. Okay, we cannot add that APK or that name. We cannot do this thing. It's a create React app. I have to add. I'll do it. Run. It will take some time. Okay. So we have to wait. Or in that meantime, I will just discuss about something on the npm init, this part, right? If I will do in the npm init with the help of npm init, 2 steps. Okay, you can see that package name. It will ask what is the package name. I will add npm node react person description, which is demo react js project creation. Entry point. Entry point means we have by default added index.js. If I will not create, index.js file will be created, or otherwise you have create other files. So entry point, I will say the index.js and test command. Nothing. Git repository. you have any Git repository, you can add keywords, you can add anything that React, JS, that demo, anything you can add, author, name, license, and then it will show that this type of JSON file, the package JSON file will be created. Okay. So if I say yes, so you can see that package JSON file will be created. So code go slash. I think due to some problem. Let's see again. So I'll come here later. So first I will say that npm install create reactor that has been installed right in my project. So create reactor. The plus sign means it has already done install. So I want to see the version. Create React app version 5.0.1. So this is the current version. Now I have to create the actual boilerplate. You see that nothing is created over here. So if I will go and create React app React demo. Hmm?
So when we first run the create React app, so
Yes.
it basically created a JSON file there.
Yes. No, this is that if you create through the npm init, normal version, okay, normally, without the help of any kind of boilerplate coding, okay. So npm init basically create the package JSON file. If you see the package JSON file, right, in that part, that's why I have created two separate folders. In the package JSON file, it is not bad. You can see. Same thing also created over there, but it's a command line. Means everything will be created through this command. And here you have to create step by step. Means I will create that in start command. So I have to write by myself this thing. And the same thing will be created from this command. Okay. And this is the index.js. So you have to create one empty.js file. From that file, you have to edit this.
Hello, Kaushik.
Yes.
After running the npm install, create React app file, I have a error, npm error code E404.
npm. Okay,
npm
so I'll catch you after this call. Okay.
Okay.
Current, this is after I'll look on this matter. Okay. Just a
Okay,
minute. You just ping me after the session. I will connect with you. So it takes some time, and I will do one thing. And in that online editor, the exact same replica set. What is the code structure that they have? I open this. Oh, some software. Hello. Hello.
Yes,
hello.
are audible.
So my screen is visible or not?
Not.
It is visible, but it's blank.
Yes, yes. So I think some problem. I will rejoin. Please give me 1 minute. Sorry, the restart was taking.
Yes.
So my screen is visible, right?
Yes.
It's 1G. I will there. I'll just share the structure first, and then I'll write the code. So yesterday earlier, what we'll do, I will write the code in the index.html file, right? And after creating this type of the structure, the boilerplate is created through that npm react create react app, and then you will get this type of structure. So here app.js, you can see, right? App.js. So it's a first they will create the class-based component here. So I'll come in the what is class-based component and what is functional component. But first we have to understand the folder structure and what is the place the React actually rendered the code. Then I have to go that index.js. So index.js, you can see that React DOM.render. So earlier I'll write yesterday the React DOM.render and same thing. But I have to separate this as a module. Okay. React DOM.render, I'll create index.js. Okay. So if I see the package.json file, this file is responsible for any kind of dependencies. So one kind of dependency is development dependency, another other dependencies is that global dependency. So here only I've added the React and React DOM. It's a dependencies and script like a start, build, test, eject. So this already created. Same thing I have to create with the npm init. I have to write this thing. So that will also create it. And you can see that dev dependency and dependency. That is your structure. All are objects, and package.json is plays a crucial role in the any node-based project. That can be Angular, that can be React, that can be Vue. So we have to also maintain this package.json file, and it will create. You can see that node modules. I don't have any node modules, so if I will add it, just I will see that node modules. What is that? So if I will write, open this thing. Here also node modules not there. Node modules, some kind of node dependencies, whatever the required during the installation, that will be installed. So it looks like just a minute. I will show this thing. Oh, this is your node modules. Okay. So it will directly means it will install in your package through the package.json file without the help of node module. Anything, any packages, any name, or any kind of script, that third party JSON, third party packages, nothing will work. So node modules is required. So this is the structure of that any React.js project. Now I'll write the code and I'll understand that what is functional based component and class based component. Is there any questions? Hello?
No, I don't.
No.
Okay. So it's clear, right? Which is the installation. First, I have to understand this thing. Yes. So in the React.js project, whenever you add the React package or React code, so virtual DOM and real DOM, that is one concept is there. Okay. So whatever this is a browser DOM means React, whenever you install React.js, after that when you write any code, when you update anything, that will not directly goes to that main DOM. So in between your code and your React DOM, so virtual DOM plays a crucial role. So it has one virtual DOM manager and it will check whatever the changes in the component and then it will send to the main DOM. So there's the browser and the browser will display that whatever the view in the project that will display in the browser. So you can understand that virtual DOM and DOM every time any changes occurred in the component, any changes is occurred inside that, any single changes in that, you can update the code, update the component, update any one component to other component, any changes that will check all that. And virtual DOM, it will reflects re-render from the DOM and the virtual DOM will place after getting the last information, the update, it will place to the real DOM and it will render in the browser. So only every node will be reflected, not the entire browser. So in the Angular and React, that is main difference is that when you made any changes in the Angular projects, right? In enter application will be re-rendered. So it takes some time. But the node very fast. Only the changes, whatever the changes are made, these changes only updated, and these changes only goes to the main DOM. So this is the concept of virtual DOM, or it will call also the shadow DOM. We can also call. Other concept is JSX. JSX means JavaScript and XML. So whatever we can write inside the React code base, the class-based component or functional component. So we have to add in the JSX format where we can add HTML and JavaScript both. So in our project, in our React project, we can create component and whatever logic we are written, that is inside the JSX part. Means we had add JavaScript and HTML both inside the component. So this is the concept of JSX, and you can see that component state and statelet component. I will come later. So up to this, is there any question, any problem, or any queries? Then I will go to the code and I will write some code. So this is clear.
No.
I will create one first in the functional component. It's a functional component. In the functional component, I show one demo, that is I have some data from JSON file. I have to read the data from JSON file and display over there. So I'll write the code from the scratch. One thing. The index.js file. This is the first entry point. So you can see the app, right? This app I will import. Earlier I will create some function, app, function header, function main. So now I will create the entire thing in the index.js file. App into props. And create one app. First will create. It's my JSON file. What I will do, this is my JSON file. This JSON file I will read to the index.js file. I will do as data from I will pass this thing as a message is equal to, this is my props. Earlier I will show same thing, but in right now I will read the data from the JSON. That is data dot, this is my message. I'll copy this here. So as a props, I will pass this thing to the function. So what I will do, I will not write this thing here. Right. Yeah. But, either we can write this thing function app return if and export default. Export default app. Now I'll pass the props console dot log. Friends, JS file I've created. That is index.js. I've import the app. This is my app.js and props. If I'll refresh it, and in the console, I can see 3 objects are coming. That means I'll add the object from the JSON file and pass as a props. And this props I'll pass to the app.js. Okay. Now I have to iterate the object and so. One thing that is also important, that is if I will add multiple div, right? Div, div, so you can see the error is coming. So I have to wrap this thing. Either you will wrap this way. One wrapper is needed. We cannot write this thing. It will show error. Or either you can use the fragment. The shortest syntax, this is fragment. Syntax. Or you can import the React from React. You can use React dot fragment or what you can use. Now I have to iterate the thing. What I'll do? Give give class name. In HTML, I will use class, but here class name. That's it. Okay. My text props dot text. I'll take other div, that is not div. Class name equal to controller. Dot this prop side, but That I have to do. This is my method. Okay. Wow. Wow. Clear. Well, okay. Control to development.
Kaushik, I am audible.
Yes, yes,
Hello.
yes, yes.
Hello.
Hello, you are audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Actually, are you describing anything else, or you just writing? Can you
No,
explain
there
what
is
you are writing?
no.
Or
There is
is it
a
the network was not
no,
able to
no,
hear you?
no, no. There is the demo is there. Okay, so I will showing that in the
No,
React.js
no.
in the
Actually, I
game.
want to say, can you please explain what you are writing? That it may helpful for us.
Okay, okay.
Or
So
you are explaining something I am not able to hear you. I do not understand. Maybe network issue.
uh, okay, so this is the demo for how to read data
I
from
think
JSON file.
it's a network issue. Actually,
Hello,
explain
am I
something that I
audible?
am not able to. Maybe.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, yes, I'm telling you. So here the demo is for basically a simple demo, that is data, how to read data from the JSON file and render in the React component. So earlier I will use that HTML and React file, right? So currently in the boilerplate mode, in that how to install the React through the npm package, and then I will show the demo from this environment. Is that clear? Some problem is there that in the sandbox version has created some problem. It was working. Problem is what? I must look at problem. One minute or three. Okay, this one.
Is that any issue, Kaushik?
Yes, yes, I think that that something is problem here. So JSX element. So I that is the problem. So earlier I done, but I don't understand that where the problem is occurring. This simple thing means I have to pass that at your value the JS file and then render in the that component. These two components I've created. One is message, another is app. From that app, I will call this component. This is the thing. If I will call this directly in that message, it will print in the hello. So something in that for loop or mapping is some there's some problem. So that's what message. Hello. Hello. I'm audible, right?
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
Yes, I think some problem is there. Okay. So I'll continue from this demo tomorrow. Okay. This is
Yes,
the
sir.
problem.
Okay.
Because some problem is there. So I'll continue from this demo tomorrow. This extra class you will not. What is it? Okay. Thank you.
Sure, Prashant.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Hmm.
Thank you. Thank you.